it's Ryan here. In this live, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about getting your YouTube channel started today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to give it a couple moments to let some people jump in live with us. I'm going to be answering your questions. And then again, this is my first time going live on this channel. So give me some feedback here. I pray that this video is going to bless you. Again, we're going to be talking about everything that you need to start a YouTube channel today and have success. Until we have people on live, I'm just going to go ahead and do this as a stream of consciousness. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I'm seeing people come in. What's going up? Stand Up says the man. Thanks for what you do. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. God bless you. Thank you so much. What questions do you guys have about YouTube? Go ahead and throw them in the chat. I'm going to be answering everything you need to know about starting a YouTube channel. James Beho says, what's up? What's up, James? How you doing? God bless you on today. Thank you for being here. I'm going to be answering your questions about YouTube, but I'm also going to be talking about everything that you need to get started here on YouTube so that you guys have a successful journey, okay? Until I see a question, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I don't believe in wasting your time. I believe those of you guys who are in this room live are going to get so much value. And then, anytime you guys have questions, just go ahead in the chat, okay? So the first thing that I would tell anybody who's getting started on YouTube, I'm learning this. I'm still learning this process. Okay, so James says, when did you realize what kind of videos to put out? Great question. I feel like I'm still learning that, James. So I'm going to give you guys a quick backstory. So I started YouTube all the way back in 2007. My first upload on YouTube, I was a college student at UC Davis, California. Black Knight Mon Waves, how you doing? So again, I was a college student. I was 19 years old when I first uploaded my first YouTube video. I was so scared. I was trembling. It took me maybe like 2 or 3 days to hit the enter button to upload the video because I was scared. I thought people were going to judge me, criticize me. Again, you guys can probably see I have gaps in my teeth. I was very concerned that people were going to, ridicule me. I was going to get all these negative comments about the videos that I posted. And so I was reluctant to post. But I met someone on YouTube. Their name was Dennis Carganilla, one of the smartest guys I ever met in my life. At the time, I was 19. He was about 29. He had already made over $1 million in his life. And one of the things that he was doing at that time was using YouTube to grow his current business. I really watched him, and pretty much in real time, his first year on YouTube, he made over $1.7 million. And so that's what really inspired me to get started on YouTube. My first videos that I posted on the YouTube channel were about, me promoting a business opportunity that I had. A lot of people back then in 2007, YouTube was like the Wild Wild West. Most people were using it for a functional purpose. YouTube worked a little bit different back then. Most people were coming to YouTube for one specific purpose, which was to search for something, right? So if they wanted to know, should they buy this marker, they were coming to look and see like what would be the best marker to purchase. Okay, YouTube works a little bit differently now, and so that's why to answer your question, James, how we approach our videos is we have to start with the end in mind. What is the purpose of your life? What is the purpose of why you're here? I think that should be the end result of why you do YouTube. Essence says, hi, blessings, my friend. Hi, Essence, how you doing? Blessings. Again, we have 10 people on here live. We're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about starting a YouTube channel. Thank you guys for showing up here live. This is my first live on this channel. Okay, and so I would start with the end in mind. How people use YouTube today, it's more of like a discovery platform. Most times you click on a video because it just shows up on your home feed. And you click on it because it's there, right? And so Stand Up says, does YouTube ever change the algorithm that makes things easier for creators? Yes, it's the easiest it's ever going to be right now. 2007 was another easy period. One of the reasons why I'm concerned with certain creators right now on the platform is because I've seen it happen with my own eyes. The algorithm was favoring, the type of content that people are creating today, whereas this kind of quote unquote like lazy content or easy kind of content that was the norm. But because so many people started to create those types of videos, I think the quality, the overall quality on YouTube started to go down. And then that's why YouTube started to tighten up. And that's why it gave a birth to people like Mr. Beast, who create these very elaborate style videos. And so I think as all these people are rushing into YouTube because of people like Dodash and, you know, people who are inspiring people to create YouTube videos, I think this is a great opportunity that we have. But in the next 6 months, the next 12 months, we're going to see only creators who are in it for the long haul, in it to actually build a sustainable, message, are going to last. So Luna says, hello, can't wait. Hi, Luna. Wandering YC says, thank you for your encouraging videos. Thank you for watching them. I have no videos without an audience. I have no videos without people being concerned or watching the content. So thank you for being here. Lori says, how do I start? Okay, Lori, faith is in your name of your channel. So I would tell you to start by faith. I'm a Christian. I believe the word of God tells us, that the just will live by their faith. And so I think you start with faith. What is God telling you to say? What is the direction that God is leading you to go down? What is your purpose? I think that part of so Evan says we live. Hey, what is going on, Evan? Thank you so much or even seasons. Thank you so much for being here. I think we start with the biggest problem that we have in our life. That's usually a great area to start your channel, about helping, number one, helping yourself overcome something, right? So sometimes it's not always about like you trying to be a coach, as my wife continues to tell me this every day, but it's bringing people on a journey where you are. I think the reason why people like Dodash has had success is because she's very transparent. She's telling the truth about her story, and she's bringing people along the journey every single step of the process. And I think that no matter where you are, I mean, this could be about you doing double dutch. This could be about you, any random thing that you have some type of thing that you're moving forward in is going to be beneficial to people. So I'm new to YouTube, 44 subscribers. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. You are welcome. I hope that this is helping. I hope that the videos that I put out are helping. Me and my wife were just talking about YouTube. We're talking about this whole process. I believe one of my purposes is to help people. Sometimes I think that it gets lost in the translation. I think the best thing that you guys can do for me, and I think anybody who teaches anything, the best way that you show us that the message that we have given you is worth value to you is by you implementing what we're sharing. Don't sit on the information, do something with it, okay? So that's how you tell us, that's how you show us your things. Okay, any other questions that we have about YouTube? Okay, so Luna says, I feel like I would be boring. I don't know, I tried to record myself talking about something just to see something. I had little words to say, even though I felt like I had more to say. So Luna, the first thing that I would say here to you, it sounds like you went into recording the video with the intention, on the unconscious intention that you would probably be bad at recording the video, and you got what it is that you put out there, right? So you like, I want to try this out. I honestly believe YouTube is not a try this out type of deal. Like, I think the people who are going to have the best success on YouTube are people who are dedicating their life to it. Like, this is not really a business to me. This is our lives. Like, this is, we're talking about things that are affecting our lives. So Lori says, thank you, stand up. I want to tell my story, living with depression and anxiety, allow people to go on journeys with me throughout different treatments. If I can help one person, awesome. Yep. I think that that's the purpose of all of our lives. Sometimes I always imagine myself like, am I dreaming right now? Like, is this really real reality? And my thought to that would be that if I could just help one person escape the matrix, if I could help one person get out of the situation that I was in, then I know that I have accomplished something, right? So this is a plaque This was a plaque where I quit my job 4 years ago. And 2 of those years since quitting my job, like I've been fully sustained by creating content on YouTube. And so again, in this video, what we're going to be talking about specifically is everything that you need to know to start a YouTube channel to be successful. Okay, so the first thing I said is that you want to start with purpose. Purpose is usually hidden in a problem that you have had in your life. Once you can share with people, what your biggest, darkest secret challenge that you overcome or that you're facing right now, and you can bring them along the journey, people will follow you. Okay. And so I would tell you that you need to create content that's followable, if that's even a word, right? But it's create content that's worth following. Why would somebody want to watch you? I think YouTube is going to be like the new TV, essentially, like just how we have like reality TV. I think if you can bring people into your reality, what's going on in your world, you're going to have success. Okay. So now with YouTube, you want to think about like there's a side of it. Some Essence. Okay, so Essence says, "Why is this your first live? Do you not enjoy being on YouTube?" Great question, Essence. I have another YouTube channel. So this is my first live on this channel. But this is not my first live in general. Just my first live on this channel. Shamika, hey Shamika, I actually called you today. Hello, how many videos should you post in a week? That's a great question. I think based upon what your goal is on YouTube would determine how many videos you post in a week. One thing that you guys probably see me doing right now is like, I had a video that I posted, I think it's technically 4 days ago now. And I posted a video 2 days ago, so I'm letting the videos breathe a little bit. I'm not in a rush to grow the channel, but however, the channel is still growing by 1 to 250 people per day right now. I think today, if I'm not mistaken, we probably grew by like 200. And yesterday either was like another 170 or somewhere around there. But in the last like 4 days, I think we've got like 913 subscribers. And so, yeah, so Shamika says, I personally feel, sorry, your comments are going by pretty fast. Let me see if I can get them. All right, Shamika says, I personally feel more comfortable with the plan, whereas some people can just start and turn on the camera talking. Yeah, so I think that you should start with the plan. I'm not saying not to go into your video with the plan. How I create most of my videos is with a plan, right? So if you guys watched a video I posted a couple days ago, I posted a video going through my process. One of the things that I think that you guys should start with is start with like, what does your audience want or what do they need help with, right? And so there's websites out there called like answerthepublic.com where you can actually search for problems or questions that your audience is already asking. I would start there. And then I would start going down the list one by one of every question that they have. Maybe you should start making a video about that, right? So obviously the biggest problem in our niche with being a small YouTube channel, right? Like small YouTube creator side of YouTube, is that people want to know how to grow on YouTube. So what are most of my videos about? Like tips on how to grow on YouTube, right? So it's they are starting with the end in mind. So once you have like the end in mind, what the person is looking for, then it's really up to you to, number one, to do research on how you would satisfy that question that they have. I think the best way to satisfy the question that people have is by with your personal story, with your personal experience. So when I'm giving you guys strategies about what it is that I'm doing to grow, it is me analyzing and taking a step back to look at my own content to see what has caused that content to resonate with more people. I'm also dissecting other people's content to see what they are doing, and then I'm giving you guys the observations that are the commonalities between those things. Okay. So Essence says, if you just started a YouTube channel, how would you determine what your audience wants or needs? I kind of answered that question. I would be using research tools to do that. I would look at answerthepublic.com. I would just type in my niche, and it's going to bring you back every question that they're asking right now on the internet. So that's how I would do it. I would research. I hope that answers the question. So Luna says, I struggle with social anxiety and spiritual attacks a lot, especially spiritual attacks since I was really young. Social anxiety as a sophomore. You guys' comments are going so fast, they're disappearing. How do I go about talking about it? Okay. All right. So I would start with, can you remember a story where what was the greatest attack that you had? Was it like some type of sleep paralysis, or was like, did a demon show up? I mean, what happened? What was like your most embarrassing story, right? So I think part of YouTube, I think the people who are having the most success are not treating YouTube like YouTube. They're thinking about it from a long-term standpoint. And so some of the ideas that I get from my videos and the content that I produce come from like the film industry, right? And so like we're trying to get somebody to watch a video maybe for 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. But their goal is they're trying to get people to watch for hours on end, right? So there has to be like a science and a formula to that. And so what I try to do is learn from filmmakers. I spend more of my time now researching what filmmakers do to make good films, so that I could dissect that for YouTube, right? And so I think part of what we see in most films, they follow a framework called the hero's journey. And so part of the hero's journey is like that there has to be some type of goal that the hero, the character, is aiming towards or moving towards, right? But then there's usually some type of opposition, right? And so the opposition usually comes in some type of like defeat, some type of setback. I would start creating content about like what are some of the biggest setbacks that you've had in your life, because people can relate to that, right? Because the whole reason why YouTube works is the first word is it's about you. Like you're bringing people into your world through your unique experiences, through your unique lens and perspective. And so I would start with personal stories to start drawing people in. Now, of course, some of the things that you can do to draw people in at a greater scale would be to find viral titles that are working in the algorithm, so that you can connect your story, to, so that you actually get traction on the platform. I would be combining those things together. Is that making sense for everybody? Let me know if I'm going too far in the weeds, if I need to slow down at all. Is this valuable to you guys so far? Okay, so Lori says, when you start, how long should your videos be minimum? Okay, so Lori, great question. Are you planning on being monetized? Are you planning on to make money from your videos? If the answer to that is yes, then I would say that the minimum your video needs to be is as long as it needs to be, right? But I mean, from a technical standpoint, if you want to make money from it, you're able to put ads or multiple ads in your videos if they are at least 8 minutes. So from a business mind, right, of like, if you don't want to be a starving artist, then I would probably try to make at least 8-minute long videos, right? Because then you can put multiple ads in the content. Okay, so 8 minutes would be the minimum. Now, what would be the maximum? One of the things that I'm finding out for me in my own research, based on my other channel that I have that's like 21,000 subscribers, the sweet spot for me is around like 12 minutes. This is where people start like kind of getting fidgety and start kind of dropping off in mass numbers, unless the content is about something that's very ultra specific, where it's engaging and it's going to keep them on the platform. So some things you may want to do is like, you may want to do this, you may want to do a live with your audience, right? So I'm sure as people are watching this replay of this, the people here, you guys are getting value, right? but also because all the questions are changing and nobody knows what's going to happen, they may watch this video longer than a static video that's about just one specific topic, if that makes sense to you guys as well. So I would be mixing it up. I would play with the links. And one thing, again, so to answer your guys' question, I know some of you guys want to get monetized on YouTube. One of the things that I would probably try to throw into the mix is try to create a video that's probably like around 1 hour. So like my goal for tonight would be to try to go live for 1 hour, because think about it, like if you can have a piece of content that where you are talking for an hour and people are watching the whole thing through, then that means you only need 4,000 people to watch that one single video to get monetized, as long as you have 1,000 subscribers, right? And so there, you know, on average, if you try to go the traditional route, the average person, their video probably only gets around 3 minutes watch time or 4 minutes watch time. Let's just use 4 minutes for watch time. That means that you would need like at least 100,000 views, you know, over a given time period to get monetized, as long as you have 1,000 subscribers. And 100,000 views can be a lot. Whereas if you create a piece of content like this where you're talking for an hour, you only need 4,000 views if you have the total subscribers. Hope that's making sense from a mathematical standpoint. So Luna says, what you say is valuable, and I agree it should be something that you put your life into. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? If my wife hears me not answering questions, then I'm gonna have to jump off the live. I'm just messing with you guys. I hope this is being valuable. This is valuable to you guys. That's my primary focus here. So Stand Up says, how much average can one make for just 1,000 subscribers? Okay, so this is a great question. One of the videos that I talk about this on my channel is, if you're only trying to make money from the AdSense program, then you're probably going to be capped at how much you can make per 1,000 subscribers. I want you guys to think about, like, what does your audience need? And so, like, I have had channels that only had like 47 subscribers that made me like $20,000 in a month, because I was offering a product or service directly to the audience, right? So I want you to think about, like, it really matters more about what it is that you're offering to your end users to help them with a problem that they're going to experience in their life. The bigger the problem, the bigger the challenge that you're solving, the more that you can charge for that. So I would be going directly to the subscribers, going directly to the consumers of the people who are getting value from your content. I would be working with them if you want to monetize before you have 1,000 subscribers. So Even Season said, how did you get used to talking on a camera? I feel like I'm still not used to talking on a camera. So somebody commented the other day on one of my videos. They said I don't look at the lens, and so I'm trying to learn to remember how to look at the lens. So as far as the vocal communication, how I learned to talk on camera, I've made probably over 1,000 videos since 2007. So that's how. I think you just have to, like, if you want to get strong in the gym, then you just put in reps. You keep doing that, right? So it's like anything else. The more time that you put into it, the better that you're going to be at it, okay? Sin City Dash Diva. Hi, are you in Vegas by the title? So she says, hi, just started my channel yesterday morning, but I'm thinking of changing my name of it again. Does the name of your channel affect the algorithm at all? Not too much. I think that it affects the algorithm in this standpoint. When somebody is looking at deciding if they want to click on your video, I think that your channel name can influence them to do that more or less. For a while, I saw some people changing their channel names to the names of like a numerical number. So it would seem like when you're scrolling, like this, how many views the video has gotten, and they would change their name to like so many views. So until they had enough subscribers, because people were like, oh, if this video has 1 million views on it, let me click on it. But that was their channel name, like 1 million views. and it got a lot of people to click on it. So I think your channel name can matter in that sense. But I think in the beginning, like I've changed the channel name of my main channel like 5 times in the last 2 years. So I don't think that it plays that much into it. But you guys are asking great questions. You guys are asking really great questions. What other questions do you guys have? So Luna says, I work a 9 to 5 right now. I know I'm not meant for it anymore, but simultaneously confused about my purpose. I'm a good listener. I usually give advice to who comes. I'm a safe space. Okay, so I would tell you, Luna, continue to be that safe space for people. I think that you have to start where you are. I think that if you are tired of the 9 to 5, there's 2 options that you have. You could do the option that I did, and you just say, forget it, I'm quitting today. You don't give a 2-week notice. You trust God, you take the leap of faith, and it lands you here in places you couldn't have never imagined by just trusting him. Or again, you do a calculated approach. You start documenting yourself leaving the 9 to 5. I would, if you've had anxiety or struggle with anxiety, I would probably assume that working the 9 to 5 job that you work is also affecting your mental health. So I would start talking about, 9 to 5, and I would marry that with like the mental health piece. And I think that you would start to garner attention. People would start to follow you. People would start to resonate with your story. I think the biggest thing for you would be just being as transparent as humanly possible. Talk about how grueling this has been. Try to talk about like how your mental health related issues that you're possibly having. I think that would get a lot of people watching. So Doris says, pardon me if it's been asked already, but do hashtags help? I do think hashtags help. I'm leery about using them because I've seen the opposite side of them. I've seen hashtags hurt as well. So I'm still leery about using them on my main channel. What I would see is that when I included hashtags on videos, that YouTube would throttle who the videos are sent to because it's trying to send people who are subscribed to a particular hashtag my videos, and it limited the reach of who the video went to. I knew that from the metric standpoint, looking at my numbers, that the video was a good video, that it had like a lot of watch time, that the click-through rate was high. And the only thing that I could see was the hashtag was probably restraining the reach. The video that on my channel that has the most amount of views, it has no hashtags, it has no tags. It was just me uploading, doing the keyword research, that there was a specific question that people in my audience had. It was probably one of the biggest questions that people were asking. I think this question was asked 100,000 times a month. And so when I made the video about it, I made that video in February. Since February, the video has gotten like 250,000 views. On average, it still brings in 14 to 15,000 views per month. Whether I don't have to do anything in it. It's just passive income that comes from that one video. And so that one video basically earns me about $100 a month, and it will probably earn me about $100 a month until I die, right? So, because people are consistently asking this question. So what inspired you to start a YouTube channel, and what is your motivation behind it? What started my first channel, or are you even talking about the channel that I have right now? Let me know. But I guess to answer the question, my first YouTube channel, I started because I was a broke college student. I was tired of being broke. That's the honest answer. I was sitting here in my dorm room, UC Davis, one of the most prestigious schools, at that time in the country, and I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know, what my life was going to be if I didn't figure out a way to make more money. And I saw a guy who wasn't much older than myself. I just mentioned his name earlier, Dennis Carcanella. He was like 29 years old. He had created a $1 million business before. And he was preaching about how this thing, YouTube, was going to change our lives, right? Like how it was going to be the biggest thing on the internet. How it was going to be the world's largest search engine. Everything that he prophesied, everything that he said that it was going to be, it has become, and even more than that. Um, and so his conviction about where YouTube was going all the way back in 2007 was what allowed me to take out my camera. So he was the first Dodash. Dennis Carcanilla was the first Dodash. Before there was a Dodash, there was Dennis Carcanilla. And so that motivated me. And again, my first 6 months on the YouTube platform, I made like 60 grand. I was doing things that were very, unconventional. There was no real rules of YouTube, back at the time. But that's what motivated me initially was the money. What motivates me now is helping people. I know that there's information that I've been graced to have had the opportunity to learn. There was rooms that God allowed me to walk into and get this information. And I think the worst thing that could happen for me is that I pass away, and I pass away with this information still inside of me, and that I haven't given it to somebody else or have not imparted it into somebody else. That would be the worst thing to happen. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? And thank you guys for hanging out with me. Looks like we have 27 people on here live. What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What is going on? How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. So let me give you guys some more tips, and then we'll see where we're at. How do taxes work? I am not a tax professional. You have to ask a licensed person to do that. I'm not even going to go into that conversation. I apologize. I don't want to answer a legal question on this live. But as far as YouTube, I think two things that most people are concerned about is how to get monetized. All right. And so Stand Up says, appreciate your time. I appreciate your time. I'm talking to you guys, but you guys are here watching me. We have 31 people here live. So Sin City says, I know you mentioned coaching. What type of coaching do you offer your students? So this is the type of coaching that I offer. So we have group coaching programs, and then we have one-on-one coaching. So the group coaching program works like this, where we actually jump on Zoom. We are coaching every single Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. The calls are recorded. It's usually about an hour to 90 minutes. It's a year-long program. If you guys want information about that, you can text me. My phone number is 702-608-1689. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your presence on the YouTube channel. If you want more information about that coaching, it's 702-608-1689. As far as the one-on-one coaching, we do, normally our average is about 12 weeks. There's really like 6 to 8 pillars of YouTube that you need to master. And then from there, it's really like filling in the gaps. So usually we work with people about 12 weeks. Sometimes we work with them about 16 weeks to make sure they have all the information down. And it's kind of the same deal. Usually we're working with them 1 hour a week. We give you a homework assignment every single week to help you to move towards your goal. The price of our coaching and consulting on the one-on-one side is about to go up. And so if you are interested in doing any type of coaching at all, while it's the cheapest that's ever going to be, then I would tell you to get started. Just text 702-608-1689. Because this is the cheapest that it will ever be. And cheap, and I don't like using the word cheap because inexpensive. It's not cheap. It's a master class. It's a master's degree in YouTube education that you get over 12 weeks or 16 weeks, depending on what you choose to do. If you do the one-on-one, the group coaching program, if you decide to do the one-on-one, comes with it. So if you do the one-on-ones, you end up still getting a year worth of coaching. So to me, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, so let's see what other questions you guys have. I've got 44 subs, posted 17 videos so far. This is my second week. Does it normally grow slowly or move quicker in the growth? I haven't looked at your channel yet, but one of the things that I would tell people is, I know Dodash and some of these people are telling you to post as many times as humanly possible. What I believe to be true, what I've seen from my own empirical data, from having multiple channels, from being on YouTube for like 17 years off and on, is that sometimes you can crowd YouTube too much. They think that you're spamming it, and so that may be why they're throttling the reach of your videos. So I want to start to go into some of the numbers so that you guys can actually get a real world perspective to even know like if you're doing a good job in YouTube's eyes, to even to have a measurement of if your video is good or not, right? Because I think most people, to be honest, the videos are not good yet. And I don't mean good like you're not talking about good content, but YouTube doesn't want to promote it because there's not an incentive for them to promote it, right? Because you have to remember this. YouTube is going to treat your videos and going to treat your YouTube channel like they're your business partner, right? And so they want to promote videos that are going to end up making them the most amount of money, okay? And so what makes them the most amount of money, number one, is like people have to watch your video, right? So it's like your click-through rate on your video has to be extremely high. And so if you look at your YouTube analytics and you see in your analytics that the click-through rate, like the total number of people who click your videos is not above 5%, they're probably not going to push your video out. My most viral video, the click-through rate started about 9%. Over time, as YouTube started to expand the reach of that video, it's gotten down to 4%, and still, again, on average, about 14 to 15,000 people watch it per month. I know that if I were to change that thumbnail to get it above that 4%, then it will start getting views again. So you want to at least be at the 5% kind of click-through rate mark. So like to give you guys a perspective, like there's a video I posted on this channel like 4 days ago. I think it's got like 13,000 views already. The click-through rate on that video started around like 11%. It's settled right now around 8%, and but it's still why even right now, as I'm talking to you guys right now, 100 people per hour are still watching that video. The video I posted yesterday, the click-through rate started like 15%, and now it's gotten down to where it's around like 9%, because YouTube is starting to show it to a wider audience. But because it's still at 9%, YouTube is showing that video to like 200 people per hour, and that's how I got 200 subscribers today. Okay, and so those are the metrics that you kind of want to stay in that ballpark of. It's at least 5%. And so one of the things that I personally do on a daily basis is I'm on YouTube looking at the homepage to see ideas of thumbnails. Why is YouTube showing this thumbnail to me specifically? Are there things that I can add? Like, do I need to add a red arrow? Do I need to add like words? Is it the title? It's a combination of all these things, but it's actually formulaic. It's a science. And that's why, again, some of the biggest creators, like you could probably throw Mr. Beast into the wilderness somewhere. As long as he had the phone and internet, in a week, he will probably have 1 million subscribers, right? So Sin City says, how important is the thumbnail? It's the most important. It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing, because there are terrible videos out there on YouTube, but they have a high click-through rate. But because they have a high click-through rate, people, YouTube still promotes them. So the rest of your question, I noticed on my last video, an option popped up showing options to select one, but I have no idea how the option popped up. Yeah, so YouTube is testing a couple different things. One of the things that they're testing right now is giving creators the option to what we call split test, right? So you could choose up to 3 different thumbnails. And then basically what it's going to allow you to do is, after you choose the 3 thumbnails, then it's going to run or show your thumbnail, those 3 different options, to a bunch of people. And then it's going to tell you which one is the winner, which one is getting you the most amount of watch time. And then after that, it's going to start optimizing to get you the most amount of viewers, okay? And so the next thing in the process that you guys want to understand how to do is that what I've seen is no video that I have and no video of any other creators that I've checked out or I have communicated with, like, I'm not going to name drop these people, but one of my neighbors in my community has 7 million subscribers. One of my close neighbors, like next door neighbor, has like 7 million YouTube subscribers. Another YouTuber in this community has about 3 million subscribers. And so, you know, from talking to people who have big channels, from talking to people who are on the pulse of what is happening on YouTube, what you want to aim for is, as far as like the retention, how long somebody watches your video. If people watch your video for more than 35% of the way, then that's going, you know, if you're talking about long form videos, right, then that's going to get you into the conversation of if your video is going to go viral. Sin City says, I'm living in the wrong community here in Las Vegas. You might be. Environment is the most important thing. I think who you're surrounded by, who you spend the most amount of time with, is going to affect you. And that's why, you know, we do have a group, you know, mentoring program. I think the more engulfed in the conversation about YouTube that you are, the more that you're going to learn, the more that it's going to become a part of you, and you naturally just do things that are in alignment with who you are. Mimi says, hey Ryan. Hey Mimi, are you my cousin Mimi, or are you just another Mimi? Great question. Okay, so let me know if you are my cousin or not. Hey Dina. Dina says, what if I have 5,000 subs and nobody's watching? Great question. What are you making so that none of your 5,000 subscribers are watching? You got a friend in me says, I'm definitely still learning. Thank you for sharing your advice. Thank you guys for being here. We have 30 people on here live still. It's 41 minutes. We're probably going to wrap up, you know, in the next 19 minutes or so. Again, keep the questions coming. Mimi says, just a big fan. Big fan of me? Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. What other questions do you guys have? Again, usually it's not often that I'm going to be on here live doing this in this setting. Again, like we do go live every single week on Mondays at 4 p.m. In a group setting. Or also we do help people one-on-one. Like I said, if you want that information, just text me 702-608-1689. Okay. All right. So let me think about anything else that will help you on your YouTube journey. Okay. So one of the things that I would tell you guys is that you have to understand YouTube is not just automatically going to promote your videos, that you have to give them a reason to want to promote your videos. And so I think the biggest thing for most people that would jumpstart people watching your channel, again, you want to make a video we call like a catalyst video or a jumpstarter video or agitator video, right? That it makes people move, it makes the algorithm move, it makes people watch you. And so that would be going on your YouTube homepage right now, finding a title of a video. Kalili, what's going on? Thank you for being here. So you want to find the title of a video that's gone viral in the last 3 months, and you want to use the title as the framework of a video, but you want to bring in your own personal experience to the conversation, right? So, so probably a video that I'm going to make tomorrow from my channel. There's a video that's going viral. Somebody, I think it's like, I'm age, right? Like I'm 52. And this is why you should start a YouTube channel, right? Or it's something to that effect. I can't remember the specific title. So my thing would be like, I'm 36. If you're over 50, here's why you should start a YouTube channel, right? So that's what I would be doing. Looking at the framework of what people are doing that's going viral, that's getting the attention, repurpose that framework in your own words, and then deliver your truth, deliver your story behind that. That's going to shake up the algorithm and say, hey, like, let's check out their channel. Let's give this person reach. Okay. Okay. So, uniquely, says, what advice would I give someone for the first time going live? My first advice would be like, how many subscribers you have. I would definitely wait till you have, an audience where you could at least probably have at least 10 people on your live. So my audience right here on this channel is 2,500. I didn't know that 30 people would be watching me live right now. Okay, and so I would wait till you have a decent sized audience, again, maybe 1,000, 2,000 people before I go live, so that you can have people in the room. And then I would look at a time where people are on your channel. That's where I would probably go live. Like right now at this moment, because I have a video, that's going viral relative to my channel. Right now, there's like 248 people who are watching a video that I have. Shanti Moore says, hello. Let's see. What is that WH drops even? Okay. Why is it that watch hours drops even when you go live twice a week for 2 hours and drop a regular 30-minute video? Great question. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question. Can you rephrase that question? And then one thing you guys are gonna learn about me real quick is that my brain is sometimes ADHD, so my brain can go over the place. So I have to stay focused sometimes. So I apologize if I can't even remember what question I was answering. If I was making a point, I apologize. But Jamie says, I'm going to check out the coaching because you just gave me an idea and I got over 3,000 views. Jamie, what is going on? What's going on? But yeah, so again, that's one of the things. So in my videos, it's funny. I cannot comment right now on YouTube right now because someone reported me saying that I left an abusive comment. So I apologize. I cannot respond to you guys for, I think, at least for like 24 hours on YouTube. So if you guys are trying to reach out to me, you guys can just text me directly, 702-608-1689. But I said that to say this is I've been showing people on YouTube right now what to do in real time as I'm doing it, right? So like the video I posted over here, right, that got 12,000 views, right? I literally told you guys what I was going to do before I did it. Like I shared like this is the strategy to use, and then I came back and I did the strategy to prove that it works, right? And so this week, I'm going to post maybe like 3 or 4 viral title ideas, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys, hey, a week ago, I told you guys to post viral title ideas, and this was the result. Like, I mean, so far, the viral title ideas has gotten me like almost 1,000 subscribers this week. So everything that I'm showing you guys for free, if you guys actually use it, it's going to work for you if you guys do it in the context of what I'm saying. And so Mimi says, you abusive. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think that someone is upset that I used Dodash's name in the video, and I'm assuming it's one of her subscribers that is flagging my comments to YouTube. But again, I cannot comment to you guys for 24 hours. I don't think anything I'm saying in any of my videos or any of my posts is abusive in any kind of way. And so Lori is asking a great question. Are likes important? So every signal that YouTube can get back from your subscribers is important. So I wouldn't overlook it. What I think that you want to aim for is these are the metrics that you want to aim for. Okay. So when you're making a video, you want at least 10% of the people who watch the video to like the video, okay? And then out of the 10% who like the video, you want at least 10% of the people to comment on the video. I think any video that I have had that's followed those metrics, hey, Coach Sherry, thank you for being here. Any video that I've posted that has followed those metrics has gone above the channel average, right? And so when people talk about viral is a relative term compared to your channel. And so one of the things that I want to make sure I stress this, because I know some people are on the verge of like giving up on their YouTube channel, and your YouTube channel is like at that breaking point where it's getting ready to break out and you're ready to give up. And it's like, no, you're too close to gold, right? So when you look at your views, you want to think about like right now the channel has about 2,500 subscribers. So like your baseline metric for what is a good video should be if 10% of your subscribers watch your video, then that's the low baseline metric if the video is good, right? If YouTube allowed 10% of your audience to watch it, right? So with a channel size of 2,500, if 250 people watch your video, then technically from a YouTube standpoint, that's technically a good video for you, right? And so when you have 50 subscribers if 5 people watch your video, technically that is a good video for you. And some people are ready to give up because they're only getting 5 views. Like that's the baseline for good. Like you just don't have enough audience yet to demand those numbers yet, right? And so anything above that is going to be better, right? So a 1-for-1 average is going to be really good, right? So if you have 2,500 subscribers and your video gets 2,500 views, then that's a really good video. Okay, and then anything above that 1-for-1 subscriber to view ratio, technically for you is viral. Okay, and so like a lot of people say, well, you have 50 subscribers, your video got 400 views. You're like, I'm sad, I want to quit on YouTube because I'm not going viral. You did go viral. You did go viral. You went viral and you don't even know it. That's 400 real human beings who saw your video, right? Like YouTube showed your video to 10 times the number of people that you have that are subscribed to you. That is viral for you. And I think a lot of people are trying to chase these big numbers and not understand that viral is a relative concept, because it depends on the niche that you're in. It depends on what you're talking about. There's so many different factors, right? So Coach Sherry said, great info. I never heard the views described like this before. A lot of people don't do YouTube for real. I mean, this is my full-time thing. So again, I look at it at a deeper level. I'm looking at it at a deeper level. What other questions do you have? So Dina says, I started off with reactions and switched to chats about 9 to 5. Okay. That's probably why people are not watching your videos. You probably built an audience of people who wanted you for one specific thing, and now you switched up on them. I would probably just look at maybe even starting a new channel just to see if that shakes things up. I'm going to be starting a new channel the next 7 days. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I'm not going to tell anybody what it's about. I'm going to be using these strategies that I'm teaching you guys to build the channel. I got a crazy goal because I believe this channel is going to be aligned with my purpose. I have a crazy big goal. I'm going to say it. I want to get 100,000 subscribers in 90 days. I want to get 100,000 subscribers in 90 days. I know that if I put my heart and my attention into it, understanding what I know about the YouTube platform, I believe that I can get there. Okay, so you got it. Got a friend of me says, so I put up a video today and a short, and it's already had over 204 views. That's good? Question mark. Okay, so with shorts are different from the long form views. Okay, so the metrics for shorts are different. I would say, based on what I've seen, that a short on YouTube will throw it out there to like sometimes 100 to sometimes 1,000. I would say like a baseline for a short is 1,500 views, right? I think shorts are not relative to your channel. YouTube doesn't have a lot of inventory for shorts. So if your short doesn't get over 1,500 views, then it probably was bad. It probably was bad, no matter how many subscribers you have. So Dina says, I don't understand the purpose of shorts. I don't really either. No, I'm just kidding. No, but the purpose of shorts is again to try to give people who digest content in a shortened or more condensed way, to give them the value that they want to receive in the mode that they like it best. Shorts was a direct competitor to like things like TikTok, Reels, and things like that. So that was YouTube trying to stay in business, right? I think they just created that as a competitive tool to make sure that as we've gotten to the place where people's attention spans have condensed and shortened, that they still have a way to garner those views, right? So I would put shorts in the mix. One thing that can happen with your shorts, when you do put shorts in the mix, you can start to see the reach of your long form videos views to go down. And so I would use it sparingly. I would not, if you want to go all in shorts, then I may just even create a shorts only channel where you just go all in on shorts. But I wouldn't make it the primary thing unless you want that to be the primary thing. Okay. So a couple more questions. And like I said, while there's still 27 of you guys on here, I know we had questions earlier about somebody had asked on their own. I didn't bring this up. I wasn't even planning on talking about it tonight. But again, if I know somebody asked this earlier, we do offer coaching. We do have a group coaching program. We have a one-on-one coaching program. Our group coaching program is a year-long group coaching program. We meet every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. It's usually an hour to 90 minutes where we're doing this, but in greater detail. Like, I'm looking at your videos, I'm dissecting, what you can do, what you can say to make your videos better. I'm helping you in real time as a group to do that. The one-on-one coaching is pretty much the same thing, except is that it's one-on-one. It's just me and you. Okay. And so if you want more information about that, you can just text 702-608-1689. Again, just text me directly, 702-608-1689. All right. So your questions are coming in. Like I said, we'll be on here like 5 more minutes or so. First, I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. I know we've been here close to an hour. So thank you guys so much for investing yourself. Just to summarize, I want to make sure I'm answering like the 3 questions, and then I'll probably train for like another 10 minutes because I want to make sure that there's no gaps that I didn't fill in before I jump off of here. Okay. So is it better to have people subscribe from shorts or full video? It's definitely better to have people subscribe from full videos. Okay. Let's see. How do you know what your purpose is? I'm sorry if you've already answered that. I think that you know your purpose is. The real answer is God tells you what your purpose is. You discover it from spending time with Him. I think that's the real answer of how you discover your purpose. But I think on a practical sense, if you don't, believe in God, if you're just, a normal person and you're trying to discover what purpose is, I think purpose meets you at the intersection of your greatest problem and your curiosity, right? There's some type of talent, there's some type of gift, there's something that you're curious about, and it meets you in a way where you're operating in your natural zone of genius. We talked about that in one of my last videos. You're operating in your natural zone of genius, like. So give you guys an example. You guys may know Dodash, right? Like, I believe that she has the gift of exhortation. All of her videos, she's been getting you guys to be confident, motivate you guys, pull out your phone, go, make a YouTube video, right? She has the gift of exhortation. And so I think it comes from understanding what your gift is. You've always been operating in your gift, whether you know it or not, because it's a gift from God. You've always been operating in that flow of consciousness. It comes so unconsciously to you that most people overlook it. You think it's nothing. For me, again, I know my zone of genius is teaching and communication, motivation, exhortation. Those are some of my zones of genius. And that's why, again, we're here for an hour and I'm still talking, and I could probably talk for a whole another hour, but I am hungry. So I'm going to get something to eat. So again, your purpose is something that flows out of you naturally, but it comes from your thirst of wanting to help people with something that you've gone through and you experience yourself. And so I would look at the greatest problem that you've ever faced in your life. Your purpose is probably going to be attached to that, right? So if you've struggled with anxiety, I truly believe that God will not leave you empty-handed, whether you love Him or not. That there is what I call, or what God has showed me, that there is a specific protocol that God has allowed you to go through to overcome this area in your life. And most of our purposes are revolved around bringing that protocol to people, right? Because God wants us to be free. And so your purpose will be like a vehicle that helps liberate people from the bondage that you have been entrapped in yourself and that you have become free from. Okay. So that's purpose. So Kalili says, what can you do with 500 subs and meet the watch time? Is there any value in that? That's my goal, but expecting greater. All right. So if you're at 500 subscribers, again, I think I've covered what I would do as far as like what I would do to get more subscribers. I would definitely go on a binge of finding viral titles that have gone viral already. my next 10 or 12 videos would be only those types of videos, so that you want one of them to catch fire. You're going to be able to make up and get the 1,000 subscribers, right? So like, again, I did that with one of my videos this week. And again, you know, that was a catalyst video. That specific video, I think, has like 412 subscribers in like the last week, but it caused other videos to start to get attention. And so collectively across all of my videos, I've gotten about 1,000 subscribers this week from doing that. Okay. And so I have a video on my main channel where I did that, and just that single video has gotten over 5,000 subscribers from one video. And so everything I'm telling you guys to do is not just from theory, it's from my own personal results of being on YouTube. Okay. So I hope that's helping in some type of way. Let's see. Any other questions? So since I just discovered your channel earlier today, but I'm going to spend the next few days watching more of your videos. The knowledge you share is priceless. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. Let's see. Any other directly questions for me? Does live have a big impact on your watch hours? What do you recommend to be a great length for a live? It can have a great impact on it. Like, so when I made this live, the title of this live was titled "Everything You Need to Know to Start a YouTube Channel Today." Why do you guys think that I chose that title for this live? Who's going to get the answer right? Why do you guys think that I chose that title for this live? Doris says, "Go eat." I will. Why do you guys think that I chose Sin City says it's viral already? Yes, it's viral already. Okay, so my goal is that if I can get into the algorithm with this video, right? Because it's an hour, it's an hour long, right? If it's an hour long, imagine, let's just say if only 1,000 people watch this video half the way through, right? Only 1,000 people watch this video half the way through, 30 minutes, right? That's well over 3,000 hours, right? That's well over 3,000 hours of watch time from this one video. So as far as what your live should be doing, is it's going to help you to get the watch hours faster, because again, some people are going to be here live, right? There's still 27 of you guys watching me live. That's amazing to me, right? So thank you guys for being a part of the 27 that are here right now. What the Lord told me this morning in my devotion time was to gather the people. And so that's what I did. I gathered the people. I didn't know what that gathering was going to look like, but you guys are here live with me. And so I believe, you know, I'm a Christian. You guys are going to hear that in my content. I believe, again, number one, if God is directing you, God is leading you, He is going to give you purpose. He is going to give you strategy. I believe that is going to be the best strategy that you can use. Nothing that I say matters. Nothing that Dodash says matters. Nothing that anybody says matters. What he tells you is going to give you the best, advice to growing on the platform. But he said, gather the people together. And so we're here live. I'm gathering you guys. I think that I've added value to you guys' life tonight. I want to make sure I'm gonna teach like 3 more minutes, okay? I want to give you guys this in case you missed it in my last video. But this is what you want to do: operate in your zone of genius, okay? Make videos that are in that lane. The second thing that you want to do is you want to make a video in one of these 6 categories. Make the video aspirational, right? So the video that had to go viral this week was I gained 113 subscribers. Here's how you can do it too, right? So it's aspirational, right? People want to gain subscribers. So the second type of video that you want to make is a conversational video, right? That's where Dodash, her lane is, right? She's sitting in her car. She's having the conversation here with you, right? So that's what you want to do. So a second type of video is conversational. The third type of video that you want to create is confrontational. You want to confront people's limiting beliefs. You want to speak to where they are, and you want to help them to move past themselves, right? So one of the things that she's confronting is that you do not need fancy equipment. You do not need fancy lighting. You do not need all these fancy things. Everything that you think that you need, you do not need it. Here's my results. Here's what I've been able to build, right? That's what she's confronting, okay? So then the next type of video is a controversial video. What are you going to say that is going to be controversial? One of the reasons why these types of videos go viral and get you a lot of exposure is because inherently people want to be right. People are, this is like, think about the election, think about what's happening in the world, right? Like, people want to be right about something so bad, they will type to the ends of the world to let you know how right they are, right? And so when there's any bit of controversy that you could add as an element to your content, people are going to light up your comments. And what is that going to do? That's going to tell YouTube, hey, people are watching this video, people are liking this video, people are getting stirred up, right, about this video, and that's going to push your video out there to the masses, okay? So then the next type of video that works well is motivation, a motivational style video. Again, we can see, people are so down, people are so depressed, people are so stepped on every single day. They want to come to YouTube to relax. They want to have entertainment, right? And so one of the things, I think, if you look at the original word for entertainment, like in its original text and format, right? It means to put your mind to sleep, right? Entertainment puts your mind to sleep. And so when your mind is in this sleep state, it's open to suggestion, right? It's open to suggestion. So if you're motivating people, right, you're keeping them in this, you can keep them in the sleep state, but you're also motivating them to awaken to their higher self as they're in this kind of sleep state, okay? And the last video I think that will work the best, and where my lane of genius has been, is educational videos, right? So if you make videos that are teaching a person a specific thing, I think these types of videos end up being very valuable to people, because people are going to remember where they found you. So one of, I think it was, I'm going to mess up your name. I saw you comment this earlier. I think it was Lennar. She wrote that she used what I said in one of my videos this week, and she's already gotten 3,000 plus views from what I said in one of her videos, right? And so she's going to remember that she got this from me, right? And maybe at sometime down in the future, if Ryan gave this to me for free, I know that he has paid mentorship. I know he has all these other programs and things that he offers on the back end. If he gave me this for free, and this is what the result that I got from the education for free, imagine how much more I would get if I was in his world and I paid for content, right? And so these are the reasons why you want to create educational videos, because again, they attract people, when we're talking about growing followers, growing subscribers, right? People follow things that are worth following, right? So I don't know who needs to write that down. If you want to grow your subscribers, people follow things that are worth following. Okay, so give people a reason to follow you, and they will follow you. Somebody said, are haters valuable? Yep, I just explained why haters are valuable. They're going to type to the ends of the earth on your videos. They're going to get you free press. So haters are valuable. Again, I'm a Christian, so I start talking Bible when you start asking questions. But one of the things, if you look at the definition, right, especially like in the Amplified Classic, in Matthew chapter 5, when it's talking about what it means to be blessed, right? And it means to be envied, right? So people should be envious of you if you are blessed, right? So haters come with blessings. Haters come with advancement. Haters come with elevation. So that's a natural byproduct of you going to the next level. If people are not hating on you, you may wonder if you're at the right level. Okay, and so so somebody says God loves everyone, even haters. God loves everyone, even haters. Yep, that is correct. Okay, all right. And so Blue Dominion says, hi Ryan, hey everyone. Hey Blue Dominion, you caught us at the end of the live. But welcome anyway. Thank you for being here. We've been on here for 69 minutes. So again, go back and watch the live. I think you will know everything that you need to know about YouTube. I've shared it. One of the last things that I would say, so some make less shorts if they are not watching videos. Yeah, I again, for me, I think I've addressed it. I probably wouldn't be making shorts at all. Not on my main channel. I would probably create a separate channel for shorts. Okay, so we've talked about what types of videos that you want to structure. Then again, you want to make sure that your people are watching your videos. In your YouTube analytics, you can go back and see specifically at the pinpoint of where people dropped off on your videos. I would go back and replay those videos and analyze what did you say at this moment, where you can literally see a visual graph of where people drop off in your content. And then you can start to learn how to correct those things in your speaking patterns, so that when you're making a video, it starts to be unconscious to you. So when you're recording a video like this, then you're able to go ahead. Go ahead. So Blue Dominion says, "Can I make a suggestion?" Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm curious what your suggestion is going to be. All right. And so I'm trying to think about what else did I not cover, what did I not add. Trying to think about everything else. Again, I think I gave you guys all the metrics that you need to know as far as what you want to hit. You want to make sure your thumbnails has at least 5% CTR. You want to make sure that people are watching your videos at least 35% of the way through. Every once in a while, you want to drop a long form video like this, where if you garner enough attention on the video like this, then again, you can get through your watch hours for monetization as fast as humanly possible. Because again, if 1,000 people watch this video and they watch it this whole 70 minutes through, again, that's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of watch time from just one piece of content. And then I can also take these times where you guys are asking questions. I could chop this video up, and then those could be its own separate video where, again, I'm flowing in my zone of genius. I'm answering your questions that you guys are asking me. And then these pieces of content can be their own separate videos on the YouTube channel. Okay. So Blue Dominion has not said what they needed to say yet. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, last time I said, again, if you guys want any type of help with this, obviously you guys can see I can preach on this for like hours about YouTube. This is something I've been studying for like the last 17 years and have finally built up enough courage to actually do it for myself. And so if you guys want any kind of help with that, either in a group setting or one-on-one setting, then what I want you guys to go ahead and do is just text me personally, 702-608-1689. That is my Google Voice number. However, I will text you back. It is me texting you. I don't have a team here, responding to you. You'll be texting me directly. And we can go from there. So with that being said, I pray that you guys have a blessed rest of your night. Thank you guys for being here. Still 26 of you guys watching me live. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.